this is a guy that decided that he was just going to let it fly in terms of his belief that Palestinians are less than human. That
I think I saw this.
But the good news is that this guy basically his entire channel is going to fall apart as a result of this. And he has been apologizing and saying that he's sorry. Well, you know what? Sometimes you fuck around and find out and it doesn't end too well for you. So here's what Asmongold, it's always interesting with these pseudonyms that people like to give themselves. But here's what he had to say about the Palestinian people.
Want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people. They have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided.
Okay, so he's going with the preemptive genocide strategy. So because we're psychotic and genocidal minded, we assume everyone else is too. And so we have to kill them before they kill us. But this guy's where? What country is this guy in? Who is this?
No, he's an American.
Oh.
I don't know why he's got what appears to be Chinese, what I think is probably just a message that's up on his screen. But yeah, coming out and just saying, yeah, Palestinians are less than humans, so we're going to just, I don't care if they're getting genocided. I mean,
well, we have to kill them or they'll kill us.
Well, look at the fucking guy. He probably has, God knows if he's been laid. God knows if he even has ever worked out a day in his life. He sure as hell isn't military ready. These are all beta cuck males that always say this shit. They're always the most dangerous. They're always the next Sheldon Adelson, who are ready, willing, and able to drop the bombs, but they're never willing to actually put on the uniform and fight. They're always these beta cuck male cowards. These are the ones that say shit like this. And what's even more amazing is that they have these huge audiences. There's also something to be said about the gamer world that is so big. I can't imagine. It's one thing to play video games all the time, which I think is just insane. There are people, Jen, I shit you not, there are millions of people in this country who watch other people play video games.
I know. I have boys. I know that's a thing. And yeah, I agree. He probably is most definitely incel. I get that vibe as well.
So, yeah, we'll keep going.
Fuck, they're terrible people. It's not even a question.
Oh.
It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing.
Then how come they didn't?
And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing.
I guess this is Nostradamus talking here. I mean, he really knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, they'd be doing the same thing.
So they really, this is really, there are those who, and again, I ain't going down no rabbit hole, but this is one of those things where they think that so many of these Twitch streamers and people like this that end up getting these big platforms are all just psyops for, the alphabet, State Department, where they basically give them these talking points. They tell them, right, listen, so when you go live and you got like 5,000 people watching, we need you to say this when you're on there. It's very important that you let them know that Palestinians are less than humans, so we can keep convincing them that doing this genocide is an acceptable thing. But it's not a genocide. Remember that. It's not a genocide. That's also important to say. Anytime you want self-critical leftists,
Pete is not an alpha. Pete is not an alpha. Pete is more of like a sigma. You're a sigma. Yeah. You're not an alpha. I don't know. Like, I think of you kind of like I think of Reese. Like, you're just, I don't know. It's not alpha, but it's definitely not beta. So it's, I think you're in the sigma. You're the sigma category.
She's trying to balance me on the spectrum, but I'm definitely not this guy. That's for sure. Definitely not that guy.
That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple.
It is just that simple. It is just that simple.
Yeah, and what is Western culture if you think about it? You know, what is our culture?
Well, he's been brainwashed Zionist. I mean, he's probably, if that's his real name, he's probably been being brainwashed his whole life. And I've said it many times, and I told you, it is absolutely believed by Zionists that the Arabs are lesser. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Without, like, they are definitely lesser. They're dumber. They're less civilized. All of it. All of it.
Yeah. No, listen, you know what? I'm glad he's saying what he's saying, because he's saying what a lot of people, unfortunately, are
But
thinking.
you know what? I think when I look at people like him, I think of, and you'll know what I'm talking about, like all the Muslims that we've met, like the past year, like the professional people, the whatever. And I think about like this guy. He doesn't even come close to being anywhere near the kind of person that anybody I've met in the Muslim community is like. It's just so, yeah. This is where I see like a tribesman that has become a complete redneck. He's like a redneck.
I wouldn't even say that. He's just an incel who thinks he's a redneck.
There's that.
There's that.
I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
It would be a shame if your channel just decided to take a big dump down the rabbit hole of, you know, total lack of existence now. Because
I find it very hard to not wish bad things on people, and I don't want to wish bad things on people, but it's really hard. Like I sit here and I think, I wonder how he'd feel if it was his kids or his family.
I don't think he's ever going to have any kids.
Well, good for them. That's best.